Hello everyone, and today we are going to be starting a brand new medieval Total War series. However, this time it's going to be different. You may already notice something different. The music is not the same as normal medieval Total War. Late era campaign, that's not right. Well, I have installed the stainless steel Medieval Total War 2 mod. It completely reworks the game. Double the amount of settlements. The AI completely reworked. Tons of new units. Tons of new factions. Let's get into it. So, of the new factions, I have decided I would like to play the Crusader states. They start in the Middle East. They've got quite a few enemies around them, ready to attack them. Eventually we might even get the Mongols coming in, Khwarezmians, so they're quite an interesting start. We're going to be setting it, of course, to very hard difficulty. Let's get into it. Here we go. This is the first time I've ever played the Crusader states. This is one of the very first campaigns I've ever played in stainless steel. So let's get right into it. Here we go. The Mongols, they exist. They will be coming in eventually from up here. I just want to take a quick moment to appreciate how massive this map is. The Middle East alone is just absolutely ginormous. All of this land. And there's so much more to go. Right, let's see what Jerusalem has. Start off with quite a few settlements. Jerusalem, of course, our main city. Let's first raise the tax rates very high. Let's build roads and farms. What can we train? Cannons of the Holy Sepulchre. Those look quite elite. What else? What units do we start with? Templar Sergeants, Pilgrims, Templar Crossmen, Foot Knights of Jerusalem. Right, I'm going to train some of those units. I'm also going to train a Great Cross and a Mangonel. So, going to start building up some armies. Kerek. Light Men-at-Arms. They sound pretty good. Archers. And some Knights of Jerusalem. So those are light men-at-arms. Those are one of the new units. Foot Knights of Jerusalem. What are these guys? St. Lazarus Knights. They're a military order, religious order I mean, quality elite. They will be very useful in my army I'm going to build. My first target, I think, will probably be the area of Syria.
Your Majesty.
If I send out this little unit, yes, this city here. In it they have some Arab infantry, Saracen militia, spear militia, archer militia, some Arab cavalry. If we build up a army fast enough, we should be able to take it out. Lots of interesting units available here. These appear to be some Byzantine-ish archers. I'll definitely start building the range for those, train some more units, and we're going to need a general for this brand new army, of course.
Oui.
We're going to already send
Ready
out
and able.
A few of our troops.
Combining forces to ensure victory, Seigneur.
That our city did not like me taking out the general. However, we are training units there. That should help public order.
Mon roi.
Let's take some units from down here.
Mon roi.
Join up with the army. They
Oui.
can begin marching. Seigneur. I forgot to mention, we also have a little castle here up in Cyprus. So, of course, going to take a look at this. Build some mines, some farms. Let's take a look. Here's the Pope. The Pope hates the Holy Roman Empire. We're probably, along with England, his most liked faction. So we could probably call a crusade if we wanted. You know, there's quite a lot of targets as the Crusader states would actually be very beneficial for us to call on, especially right here, Gaza. So let's see. No, we can't call it a crusade just yet. So I think at first we're just going to be focusing on building up our immediate empire. Anything else? We don't start off with tons of money. We're going to make sure we're building farms, making sure our population is happy. We're going to send out this priest, our cardinal actually.
In God's name.
And take a look at the surrounding lands. We do have a spy around here somewhere.
Master.
Here he is.
Discreetly,
Let's take
Seigneur.
a look. Some okay infantry there, some Kurdish javelin men. Not elite,
Ready and
but
able.
still solid. So I feel ready to enter. Okay. It takes quite a while to end turn because just the hundreds of factions. Republic of Genoa, that's new. Novgorod, they are quite a powerful faction at the start. They start with around 10 cities. The map is just absolutely huge. You can't really just dominate the entire map as you could before. You have to kind of build up in your corner, and even if you do that, someone else is inevitably going to become very strong on the other side of the map. The Poles, what they're doing, nothing interesting. The Kievan Rus, Aragon, Lithuania, the Teutonic Order, all of these brand new factions. Quasimians, the rebels, none of them doing too much. Okay, the Egyptians, aka the Fatimid Caliphate, sent a spy to Jerusalem. We found him. We have now trained some more troops.
Orders.
So we're going to get these cannons of the Holy Sepulchre. Bankinel, which is
Joining
basically
forces,
a big
Seigneur.
catapult that flings pots of boiling oil. We definitely want one of those.
Orders.
And we're going to send... I was going to send the troops south,
It is said.
but seeing that army there makes me a bit worried. I might want to keep the troops in there for now,
Ready and able.
just in case we get attacked. We do start at peace with the Egyptians, however,
Ready and able.
we're the Crusader states. Of course we're going to be trying to attack them. Taking a look at
Setting
it,
camp
it'll
here,
take
Seigneur.
2 turns.
We can
No
go
matter
no
what
further
settlement
today,
we
mon
choose.
roi.
Gaza seems the least
Setting camp here,
defended,
Seigneur.
so we're going to head
Oui, Seigneur.
down there.
Closing to engage.
Make sure we're training enough troops. Start off with a
Oui, Seigneur.
tiny little fleet. Let's take a look. The Turks already. We can already see them here. They've got Adana. The Venetians over here. In Rhodes at the moment, we are at peace. I don't think I'm going to be focusing on anywhere outside of the Middle East. Now,
Ready
the real
and able.
change that this mod brings is to the AI. The AI, especially battle AI, is no longer extremely stupid and slow and rubbish. Oh, what's that? A diplomat. We start with a diplomat in Rome. That's quite useful. Allow us to make some trade deals, exchange map information very quickly. But as I was saying, the AI, like the battle AI, it's very solid now. It will no longer make stupid tactical decisions, no longer attempt to force hundreds of men through a gate into longbowmen stakes. It will actually, you know, try and flank you, try and use strategies against you, which makes it a lot more interesting to fight against. And hopefully, when we do attack whichever city we choose, we'll see that. Now, just looking at it, I think the city we should take that most expands our empire in a neat way, that is the most easy to hold, easy to defend, is Damascus. I've changed my mind again. A Grand Tower being built, a Holy Council is called. Our priests want to go. It will cost 1,500 to fund them. I don't have that kind of cash.
It is easy to become comfortable with the enemy you know, our familiar foes. But to discount the menaces that lurk beyond the known world is to risk a rude awakening that can become a nightmare. This nightmare is the Mongol invasion.
Okay, so the Mongols have arrived. I believe they start all the way over here, which is quite far away from us. However, you know, they will be affecting the world. We do need to be on our guard. Train some troops. I do want to send out these St. Lazarus Knights.
Ready and able. Glory to mon roi.
We are going to prepare to attack
Merging armies.
Damascus.
Seigneur.
Sent in the St.
Combining your
Lazarus Knights. I
forces,
believe they're a
Seigneur.
unique unit. And it looks like at the
Ready
moment,
and able. Oui,
it's not
Seigneur.
very well defended,
Closing to
so we should be able
engage.
to take that quite quickly. Now, when we do attack, they will obviously try and fight back, so we'll make sure our border settlements are nice and, you know, well defended.
Oui, Seigneur.
Send our diplomats
Is there something I can do for you,
to the
noble
Pope.
lord? I am afraid I must deny you today.
We'll accept that.
Glad to agree.
Trade
It would seem you
deals
are
are
very
important.
reasonable.
Head up into
Très bien,
northern
Seigneur.
Italy.
Oui,
Okay.
at once.
We've got Venice
Très
there,
bien,
we're in
Seigneur.
Bologna. Milan starts off as a rebel city. The faction Milan does not exist. It's been replaced by Genoa. I think we might want to make a trade deal with them, trade deal with Venice, just try and make
An honneur,
a
Seigneur.
lot of money. We also have this diplomat here
Seeking
There is something you wish to
with
speak of.
the Egyptians. Let's try and, you know, demand something. For example, I don't know, 100 florins, except for we will attack. They will
I
refuse.
see little my people
Oh.
need in your offer, Sadiq.
I was basically trying to extort some money out of them. They've allowed me to extort more. Trade rights, map information, their demands, please do not attack.
We are humbled and honored you in discussions.
I mean-
come to a close.
I don't know why they trust me,
Ready
while I
and
have
able.
this massive army ready to attack them.
Ready and able.
Full of Templar sergeants, Templar crossmen, foot knights of Jerusalem, a mangonel, and these cannons of the Holy Sepulchre. They are absolutely elite. They should be able to slice through whatever the Fatimids put in our way. Again, going to end turn. What's going on? The Kingdom of France not doing anything. Venice, moving the men into a fleet. But again, nothing too worrying. The Scots, the Cumans, they're a faction that starts in the far northeast of the map. They're not very worrying. Probably won't see them at all. The Turks, aka the Seljuk Sultanate, probably not saying that correctly. And the Egyptians are giving me an ideal opportunity to draw all their men out of the city. They've moved a single unit out. I will attack that, draw the main army out, and then Damascus will fall and we'll expand our territory further. But of course it's never as easy as that, is it? A second Egyptian army has arrived. I think we're going to have to fight that first before we can consider taking the city. Maybe if we attack it, it will draw all their troops out. That's what we must do. Blockade Constantinople. The Pope wants me to,
Okay?
you know,
Sorry.
stop the
I must remain vigilant. Okay?
unholy
Sorry.
rot from
I
spreading.
must remain vigilant.
His words, not
Oui,
mine.
mon roi?
So we're going to go up and blockade Constantinople.
I think
A
you have the
Genoese
wrong
navy
fleet.
here with some urban spear militia. Yeah, do you know what? They actually start with Crimea, which is a bit odd.
Okay. Sorry. I must
We'll
remain
train a
vigilant.
few troops in Kerak just to make sure it stays strong, build some farms,
It is said
and this
the
is the
Sultan does
army
not
I'm
mind.
going to be trying
Ready
to attack
and able.
here. He might seem a bit, you know, warmongery, but we do need to expand, start making money, start expanding all of our borders.
Glory
So,
to mon roi.
I'm going to
We attack.
that Fatimid army there. And of course that brings in all of their reinforcements.
Raise
However,
your
I
flag.
think
Bring
I
your
can take
honor
them all.
as we
And
attack.
if we do successfully do that, Damascus might have no troops left in it. It might, you know, be really easy to take, and of course, this will weaken the Egyptians. So, let's get right into this battle and see what we've got to work with. Here we go. Okay, we start on a ridge at the bottom of a hill. Let's start deploying our troops. Templar sergeants, there are equivalent of spear militia. We've also got our foot knights of Jerusalem. They're going to form main battle line, probably about there. Our general's bodyguards can place him a bit further behind the main lines. So there we go. With these lovely spearmen defending him. We've got a marine, which are basically just Italian sailors coming to help us out. They have no real use as soldiers. We do have a great cross, which will, you know, make our men have high morale, and these guys, I believe, can never out. They'll defend the Holy Cross to the death. Mangonel, which is our big burning oil barrel thrower, very useful. And we also have some Templar crossbowmen. Deploy them there. Okay, what else have we got? We have some knights, some St. Lazarus knights and knights of Jerusalem. We will deploy them on our flanks. And these St. Lazarus knights here, they've got a green cross. They look pretty intimidating. And of course, the cream of the crop, the cannons of the Holy Sepulchre. These elite, double-handed swordsmen, extremely strong heavy infantry, hopefully will cut through the Saracens.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Okay, so, one enemy army there, one enemy army dead ahead, and one off to our left. How are we going to do this? Well, I think I'm going to take our army and split it into two groups. The first group is going to prioritise facing this army over here. We're going to group that up. There we go. The missile first three lines, and we're going to deploy that facing that direction. The second group are going to be these guys, who are going to use the same formation, probably just hold their ground. And we're going to get our general. He's just going to stand there, great cross, deploy, and I think the mangonel can be facing the army that is dead ahead. So let's press play and see how this reorganising goes. Okay, how does this look in practice, this formation we're attempting? The Marina, I'm probably just going to use them as cannon fodder for the enemy. I don't know what they've got in their armies too specifically. I guess we'll find out. But I do want to make sure every unit does do something. So ideally these guys will probably attempt to just reinforce the battle lines somewhere and earn their pay. So taking a look at our formations, we are, you know, holding our position well. The enemy are advancing on our small force here as we rapidly try to reassemble our forces to best face the enemy. Mangonel getting into position as the Fatimids come down the hill charging at us. These guys, they're not the most accurate. When they do hit, the damage they cause is immense. Oh my goodness. It appears that the Egyptians have brought in some catapults. That's what it seems like. For now, I'm just going to have to hope they miss. Until we take out that army, then maybe the St. Lazarus Knights can get ready to go attack it. Maybe they can do that already. We'll send them off on a little strike mission to destroy the Saracen catapults. Our mangonels, I don't really know what they're doing. They're not really getting in position very well. They're kind of moving around a bit. Still, the catapults not hit us yet. And our Templar crossbowmen are going to begin to try to fire at the enemy forces. Both units now firing. First volley fired off at the AI. Okay, they appear to be arming. They've got a bodyguard there, full of heavy cavalry. They've got the spear militia, as well as some Saracens and the Arab infantry. Okay, again, the second bit there is beginning to advance, and I need to get these mangonels to shoot. These crossbowmen preparing to fire at the enemy, and there is one unit over here of other reinforcements, some Arab infantry, going to try and charge it and hope they do not brace. These guys continuing to advance, but they are taking casualties with no large ranged units of their own. St. Lazarus Knights can charge the catapults and hopefully destroy them. The bodyguard may yet get involved. Catapults arcing through the sky towards our men. Okay, it looks like the first bit of the enemy are going to hit. It appears to be Arab cavalry. We're going to need to get these guys. They appear to have positioned wrongly, these foot knights. And so hopefully, they probably took some heavy casualties there, but they should be able to chop
Our
the
men
Arab
have slain
cavalry.
the Saracen general. Now we must send. Only half the enemy force remains.
Great. Okay, these guys need to chop them up. How's our Knights of Jerusalem going? They need to pull back for a second charge. St. Lazarus Knights, they need to be running.
The enemy flees the battle. Our men are winning the battle.
Right.
If we continue like this, we will smash
There's
the
the
enemy.
mangonel there, that big air burst over there. Knights of Jerusalem, they need to return to the battle because the enemies are advancing on us. Here they come, some Arab infantry. These Templar crossbowmen, don't know why they're not running. They have been cut down by those Arabs there. Hopefully we can fire another volley from the mangonels. There we go. Arcing high into the sky and exploding, roasting tens of the Egyptians. We're still holding the front line here. Here comes the Knights of Jerusalem charging into battle to defend the Templar men. Those Arab cavalry will now have to fight. The main battle lines have hit. The Knights of Jerusalem engaging with the Arabs as well as our Templars, who are firing off volleys into the massed infantry, cutting down many with each volley. Again, we've been charged once more, however, it is by their bodyguard this time. Their general is attacking us directly. Can we hold it? We're going to send most of our knights. These cavalry here, our St. Lazarus Knights, are having to deal with their own little battle there, so they will not be able to reinforce us anytime soon. The cannons of the Holy Sepulchre, we're going to get them in to hopefully try to attack the enemy general. Again, we're trying to cut down these spearmen. They're holding strong. The general has charged all of our troops. Massive air burst there, killing maybe 100 enemy troops, routing entire units with each air burst. We're now attempting to kill their general here. Let's see, where is he? Defeat seems certain. If we kill him, that army may rout. This battle line here is still trying to hold it. The Ghedsley Spear Militia and St. Lazarus Knights have prevailed, and they can now proceed to charge into the back of those Arab infantrymen. We're trying to hold the line, however we keep being charged.
The enemy is badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Great. That is very useful for us. St. Lazarus Knights trying to charge.
The enemy general
these
lies dead.
enemies.
Good
And
riddance to that Saracen death dog.
great job.
Praise death will break his men's
We've
resolve.
taken out 2 enemy generals so far. One of them was a captain. However, that one just there was an actual family member. And it does appear that we have gained the upper hand in this portion of the battle. These Crusader Knights are desperately needed in other parts of the battle. I will now charge into the back of the infantry, slaughtering them. And now the tide of battle is turning.
The enemy is badly blotted. They have lost half their men.
Now the tide has turned. The enemy is no longer winning. We are no longer beset on all sides by these Saracens. We can now focus on taking out whatever's left of the enemies. Our mangonels continuing to firing, dousing the enemy with flame oil. Charge our cavalry, charging these massed archers.
Our
Marina,
cowardly foe
however,
runs. We must push our advantage.
It appears one unit of the one enemy army is already routed. Oh, that airburst round is killing more of us than the enemy. There is still one final general's bodyguard. However, they should not last long. As the St. Lazarus Knights and Templar sergeants come in and begin to slaughter them. Now, I believe all that's left of the enemy is this general's bodyguard and a small unit of Arab infantry. The enemy, though, is not fighting poorly. They are, they've been attacking our archers with their cavalry, trying to flank us. They have not fought poorly, and we have lost a considerable amount of our soldiers. But now, the battle is as good as over. All that's left is the enemy general, and we can just simply charge him until he dies. Our Marina earning their stay, charging into battle.
The enemy flees the battle.
And the enemy
Run down
flees.
those worthless
We're going
peasants.
to attempt to capture the general's bodyguards here. We will see if that works. Fighting to the death. Where is the last enemy? There he is. Captured him. He might have been killed, I'm not sure. No, he's fallen. Okay. All that's left now are a few bits of routing militia that we will easily run down with our general. We want to take some prisoners, but not to ransom. They will all be executed for daring to defy our empire.
This is an act heroic, which
Very
only
good.
belongs to men of great virtue and valor.
We have taken out 1,217 Egyptians, and the battle is won. Here we go. Let's see, did that successfully take out the city? Or is there still more to come? We did capture the enemy general, however, he will have to be executed. Many enemy generals dying. We can now
Ready and able.
easily
Oui,
take out
Seigneur.
Damascus.
Closing to engage.
There we go.
Seigneur,
Our
we have
first
claimed this
city
day.
added to
Victoire
our
most
empire.
noble, mon roi. We have
Let's
triumphed.
rebuild, develop some infrastructure, abysmal relations with the Egyptians. I wonder why.
Oui, Seigneur.
You are brave to seek an audience with us like this.
Okay, they won't
Very
give
well.
me a lot of
Mazalam.
money in exchange for peace like they sometimes do. And I think, taking a look around, our empire's looking pretty solid. Let's end one more turn. Before we do so,
Oui, mon
I
roi.
will want to make some
Oui, at
trade
once.
deals with
What is
the
it you would discuss,
Venetians. I believe they will really want trade, since,
No, I
the
don't
Venetians
see
are
how
a trade
this can
empire.
work.
I can afford that.
Magnificent. This
Very
was a
good.
good day for our peoples.
I think I'll go to the Genoese next.
Très bien, Seigneur.
Okay?
These guys
Sorry.
right here.
I
They've got
must
some
remain
heavy
vigilant.
spear militia, some
Okay?
urban crossbow
Sorry.
militia.
I
It's
must
not their
remain
armies
vigilant.
that concern me, however. It's their trade ships plying the Mediterranean, hopefully can continue to help our empire run. So everything looking solid. Gonna end one more turn, see if the Egyptians muster an army and attempt to counterattack, or if we can consolidate, prepare for another strike either south or north towards the remaining Egyptian empire. Let's see, some roads we've just built. Very good. The Crown of Castile. Nothing interesting going on. The Genoese sending their troops back to Crimea, it appears. Novgorod not doing anything too exciting. Can't even see what they're doing, honestly. The Seljuks, aka the Turks, they've got some merchants about. A lot of Egyptian assassins. Egyptians, they do have solid forces in the south, and it appears they might try to attack Kerak. So it was a good thing we trained some troops there, because it appears we will be attacked from the south by those remaining troops. I say remaining like we've nearly crushed their empire. There are still so many cities left that we need to take out. But it's a good start we've made here. Crown of Aragon, Lithuania, Teutonic Order, England, the Golden Horde, aka the Mongols. Quasimo's none of them doing anything interesting. And a new general. Perfect. A new princess. I'll get a reward if I make a trade deal with the Genoese.
Is there something I can do for you?
So of course I will
Please,
offer that.
do not ask things we will not accept. Both
I am
wine
willing
and
to
wine.
pay money
It has been a
for
pleasure.
because I get more than I paid. So, where is this new general? I'd imagine, yep, he's
Ready
in
and able.
Jerusalem. He's going to take some of the battle-weary men
Senior.
from up here in Damascus, and he's going to begin assembling a new army to attack
Orders.
whatever's left
Senior.
that he wants to attack.
Orders.
There we go.
Orders.
He's going to begin a small army
Merging out.
to reinforce
Setting
the
camp
south.
here, senor.
Kerak will train whatever we can just to keep it, hopefully, surviving. Catapult to put in the square. So that will be pretty useful. Oh, that governor there. This guy here. I don't know how I can see. Here we go. Duke of Kerak. He has knowledge of siege defense, meaning that if they do indeed attack, you'll be able to defend a lot easier. Any spare troops lying around at the moment? Not especially. We'll take a few of these guys to bolster our new army, and I'd say we're in a pretty good position. We have consolidated, made trade deals in Italy, and fought that epic battle for Damascus. We managed to defend ourselves from multiple sides, which expanded our empire and allowed us to focus on the encroaching Egyptians in the south. If you did enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like, leave a comment if you've got something to say, and if you want to see more stainless steel content like this, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.